DevOps Days DFW. We are so excited to be here, and so excited to be here at Capital One, where we are just given the royal treatment. This place is amazing.
Yeah, let's hear it for Capital One.
Yes, let's hear it. So my name is Annie Hedgepeth, and I'm actually a cloud automation engineer at 10th Magnitude, and this is my husband, Michael Hedgepeth, and we just so happen to both be in tech, and we just so happen to both be organizers, so you're
And we are crazy.
Yeah. So you're going to get us...
And I work at NCR.
Yes, and Michael works at NCR.
Yeah,
so you're going to hear us tag teaming this week, or this, yeah. We just wanted to tell you a few things before we get started and welcome our amazing speakers. First of all, let's see. I hope that you all have gotten some amazing swag today. That's our organizing team has done a great job of that. Tomorrow, though, we have, if you haven't heard about the passport giveaway, if you fill your passport with all of the sponsor stickers or stamps or whatever they're using, you can, if you're one of the first 150, you get a free backpack, and they're really nice backpacks. So keep that on your radar as some incentive to get out there and talk to people. If you're unfamiliar with the way that DevOps Days schedules go, we're going to be having, it's going to be speaker heavy in the morning, and then in the afternoon it's going to be open spaces, which we'll tell you about.
Yeah, code of conduct. We got to talk about code of conduct.
Yes, we do have a code of conduct at DevOps Days.
It just means don't be a creep. That's really, if it's short, don't be a creep at DevOps Days. Can we all agree? Yeah, is everybody good with that? Yeah.
Yay!
No one's here to hook up. All right. Yeah.
If you want to know what the exact code of conduct is, it's on DevOpsDays.org in the About section. If you are uncertain about anything.
Yeah. Also, this gentleman right here, we
Lee
label him the
Heron.
enforcer.
Let's give it up for Lee
So this is
Heron.
Lee. Lee's an awesome guy.
Yes.
So Lee, if you have any concerns about how you're being treated, or seen anything that concerns you that will take away from this event being good for everybody, talk to Lee about it, and we'll handle it. We're not going to get on Twitter. You know, we'll handle it in a nice way and everything. But we just want to make sure that everyone's comfortable and feels welcome, and this is a great conference for everybody.
Yeah, and the most awesome thing about DevOps that I have seen since I've come into this community is that really everybody is super welcoming and super inclusive and super kind-hearted. And so if anybody's just not having that in their character, let us know and we'll take care of it.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see what else.
If you want to smoke, for you smokers out there, I think you have to be like 20 feet away from this building. You'll need your badge to get back in.
Your DevOps Days badge.
This is my visitor badge, sorry. You'll need your DevOps Days badge. The security will be looking at that badge anytime you exit the building, so just make sure you have that. And I believe there's a designated smoking area, but they weren't too big time about where to smoke. You just got to be 20 to 5 feet away from the building, probably the lake over there.
If you're in doubt, you can just ask the security person downstairs, and he will definitely be able to answer your question.
Yep.
The other cool thing about this facility is that there are a row of like phone booths behind this wall right here. And so if you have a little meeting that you need to go to and need a little bit of quiet and privacy, behind this wall is where you can go for that. If you are a nursing mother, there is a mother's room right on the other side of this door over here that you're welcome to use. And I think that's about it for the facilities. Yeah? Okay, so quick introduction to DevOps Days in general. Raise your hand if this is your very first DevOps Days. Wow. That's awesome. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah, let's give them a hand. That's really awesome. So DevOps Days started, I want to say 7-8 years ago in...
Details are sketchy.
Ghent? Who knows the first city that it was in?
Was it Ghent?
Ghent, yeah. And they made it sort of an international nonprofit organization. So each city is self-organizing, and like all of us are volunteers. We just do this because it's a labor of love, because we really believe in the things that DevOps Days stands for. And so So this facility is amazing. If anything in the schedule or anything goes wrong, it's not Capital One's fault, it's ours, because we're all just volunteers and this is not our full-time job. So there you go.
Yeah, if you were here last year, this is definitely a level up
Yes,
from where we were last year.
So raise your hand if you were here last year at the Grapevine Convention Center.
Yeah,
Okay,
welcome back.
awesome. Welcome back. Our very first speaker is going to be Adam Jacob, who I'm going to introduce in a minute. But before that, we wanted to have Capital One welcome you as well, because this is their home, right? And we wanted to let them have a just to give you their spiel as well. So with us today, we have Dahlia Powers, who is the VP of Engineering leading the Consumer Auto Finance Technology Division. So let's go ahead and welcome Dahlia Powers.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me in the back? Yes? Okay, awesome. So I want to welcome you here to our campus. And if you found a hard time finding your way around and finding the building, you're not alone. I've been here for about 3 years and still trying to figure my way around. We have about 7 buildings and about a little over 6,000 employees on campus. So it's definitely a huge facility, and we're so happy to have you over here for the DevOps Days. I wanted to just share with you some of our journey with DevOps and just to kick it off and hear from you as well about your journey. So we started with DevOps probably a few years ago, and it's still a journey. I think we learn something new every day. Does everybody know exactly everything they need to know about DevOps? Can I see a show of hands? Okay, all right. I certainly don't, although Mark Anderson on my team in the back claims that he's the guru here, and he's going to actually be having a talk about DevOps tomorrow that I would encourage you to go to. So at Capital One, we are very, very big on DevOps and cloud. We were the first financial services institution to actually have all of our originations applications on AWS, on the public cloud, and definitely DevOps was a huge enabler for us there. Now you might want to ask why Capital One and why DevOps and engineering. It's traditionally a bank. Well, that's what I thought several years ago before I came on board. But as I actually talked to people around here, I realized that at Capital One, we're more of a technology company that happens to be in the financial services institution, and we're building platforms that are based on open source technology, cloud first, mobile first, security front and center to what we're building. So we're very, very proud to actually develop our associates and employees in the DevOps space, and we continue to find learning opportunities for them. It's not just our internal people, we also are very big on actually growing the community in the DFW area, because we think that having very well informed and engineers in the area can only help elevate the profile of the Dallas area and make it more of an attractive tech center for us and for everybody else in the community. So we've actually been very active in programs like Coders, where we bring in some middle school and high school kids, and we teach them to code, hoping that they would become a source for us in the future from an engineering growth and a DevOps growth perspective. We also have a program that's called Futures Edge, where we've contributed $150 million over 5 years to actually grow the leaders of the future in the engineering space. Another thing that I want to also highlight is our big focus on diversity and inclusion, and specifically women in technology. So I'm very happy to see a few non-men in the audience here. It's definitely something that I'm personally am passionate about, and we want to try to work together, men and women, to grow the presence of women in engineering. I think that's a goal that every company in the area is trying to do, and I firmly believe in it and believe it's going to be an enabler for companies to be very innovative as well in the future and provide for better financial stability for families, and it's just simply the right thing to do. So I wanted to be short and brief because I know you guys are here to learn more about DevOps, and I want you to take every advantage of it. Yeah, as the organizers said, you know, we're very flexible with everything around here except for being creeps. So I'll let them be the monitors of that. Anyway, I want to welcome you to our facility and to Capital One. And you know, as I said, we're always growing. So if you're interested in finding out more about Capital One and opportunities, we do have a booth out there where you can learn more. And please take advantage of everything you know, that we talk about during the DevOps days, from all the sessions and the networking and learning from one another. I'm so excited to have you here, and let's go learn some stuff. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dahlia.